Imagine if half of a country's entire population simply vanished because of one man's greed. We all know the stories of Hitler or Stalin, but today we're going to talk about a ruler whose orders led to the brutal murder of nearly 10 million people. He is King Leopold II of Belgium. During his reign, the place called the Congo Free State literally turned into a city of death. Yet, oddly enough, this horrific chapter remains largely hidden in the pages of history. How did one king carry out such a massive genocide? And why was the whole world silent for so many years? Let's dive into that dark history of power, greed, and demonic brutality today. Before we get into the main episode, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The story begins in the late 19th century. European superpowers were desperate to loot Africa's resources. Belgium's cunning King Leopold II thought he needed a colony too. He wasn't just a king, he was a shrewd businessman. He held an extreme racist belief that Africans were incapable of ruling themselves, so they needed the light of civilization from Europeans. With this lame excuse, he set his sights on Congo, a vast region in Central Africa. In 1876, he staged the opening of an international philanthropic organization. He convinced the world that his goal was to promote science and humanity in Africa. But in 1879, he sent explorer Henry Morton Stanley to the Congo. Stanley tricked local leaders into signing various treaties. In 1885, Leopold declared this massive 900,000 square mile territory as his entirely private property. He named it the Congo Free State, though the common people there had absolutely no freedom. Leopold's real target in the Congo Free State was rubber. At the time, there was a massive global demand for rubber. Leopold forced millions of Congolese into collecting it. A huge daily quota was imposed on every village. Failing to meet the quota had horrifying consequences. Workers were brutally whipped, mutilated, or shot dead on the spot. To maintain this rule, Leopold created a ruthless private army called the Force Publique. The rules of this force were terrifying. If quotas weren't met, they would chop off the hands of the workers and even their wives and children. Often, family members were held hostage. Thousands also died from the inhumane labor of extracting copper and diamonds, and the massive profits earned in exchange for this blood went directly into Leopold's pockets. Though Leopold presented himself to the world as a great savior, the reality was entirely different. The 1895 Lusanga massacre is the biggest proof of this. Leopold's men imposed an impossible quota of 3,000 kilograms of rubber on this village. When the villagers failed, the soldiers rampaged through the entire village. Over 300 people, including women and children, were brutally murdered. Not only that, but they cut off the hands of the dead and forced the survivors to carry them as proof that they had properly punished them. Alongside the torture, deadly diseases like smallpox and sleeping sickness spread through the Congo via Leopold's people. Altogether, it is estimated that around 10 million Congolese died due to Leopold's ruthless exploitation, which was about half of Congo's population at the time. Such a massive crime couldn't stay hidden forever. Journalist Edmund Morel was the first to expose this secret. He worked for a shipping company and noticed that ships full of rubber and ivory were coming from Africa, but in exchange, only weapons were going back. He realized this wasn't trade, it was full-blown slavery. Later, Roger Casement went to the Congo and saw these horrors with his own eyes. His Casement report shook the entire world. Facing international pressure, the Belgian government was forced to strip King Leopold of his control over the Congo in 1908. However, the exploitation didn't completely stop even then. Finally, in the mid-20th century, Congo gained independence. Despite all these cruelties, the people of Congo didn't stay quiet. Leaders ranging from Simon Kimbongo to Congo's first Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba, fought bravely against colonialism. In Belgium, many still consider King Leopold the architect of modern Belgium, but the hellish genocide he carried out in the Congo will forever remain an extremely dark stain on history. This history explicitly shows us how the blind obsession with power and racist arrogance can degrade humans to the level of beasts. Thank you for watching the video until the end. What did you think of this untold history of the Congo? Let me know in the comments. If you found it informative, drop a like, share it, and subscribe to learn more untold history like this. See you in the next video.